Well, if you haven't seen any of the Legacies yet, these are all 4 of them. And they all work for different things, obviously. I mean, not calling anybody stupid, but yeah, they all work for different things. And I mean that, like, if you're going to be long term, you obviously don't want mobilization, because you're going to get everything up front. It's going to give you a Barrett 50, some M4s, you know, some simple goodies to start with. But if you're completing the game from beginning to end and you just started playing, you want to do Warlord first, because you actually can take out most of the hearts pretty early just using mobilization. So you have to go through the Warlord Legacy first. But if you're going to play, you know, again, short-term, long-term, depends on what you're looking for. Stuff like Charity, it's good for long-term because you get loot every day, which at worst case you can sell it if you don't want it. Stuff like Amenities, you can get, every map has a water and power building that you can take over, but it costs a lot of influence. So it depends on how much you have and how much you're going to use and how much you want to, you know, go from there. But now that I have everything, I'm just going to play to run as long as possible, which I'm going to use Charity because I want all of those points. Now, normally I would do either favors or amenities. Amenities is because I don't have to waste the influence on buying the power buildings and the water buildings, and I don't have to waste a slot in my building to get it. So I'll have, you know, the power per, no matter what map I go to. Favors works really good because you have that 4,000. If you're really good with hanging on to it, you can actually wait out and to, you know, collect your 8 guys and then take over the biggest building you can find. Usually if you take over a bunch of bedrooms, you don't have to waste any slots in your base, and you can use those for everything, which is actually what I'm going to do. This is my favorite way to start for this kind of setup. So one thing I've always got to take is my, where's he at? Always got to take my mechanic. If only it allows me to build, you know, all your engineering and construction stuff. The other side of that is you can do your programming. I like it because obviously it gives you your level 3 unlock for your communication station. But if you're going to use the assault drone, it's not bad if you're saving, if you have a lot of influence and you just have time to waste it. But your assault drone isn't, it's just a glorified, what was that, whistle box bomb mine thingy, because it has a really short attention draw time. I mean, you basically have to throw it into a shit ton of zombies. But electronics for me in this instance would be better, but I'm gonna have power and I don't need to build the solar farm anyway, so I'm gonna do my programming. And then the other person that I always have to have is my medic. These guys, when you have stuff like this, just exile them. They're pointless to keep. I mean, you can have 20 different plumbers. I'd rather have that than one guy who has a wasted talent. I actually wish there was a way to delete him completely. I could do pathology. Got my surgery guy. So not having a construction guy kind of hurts. Actually, I might go with that. Let's do construction instead. If I stay with pathology and programming, because you do need engineering to get to your level 3 workstation, but that item typically is a lot easier to find than your or I'm sorry, construction and utilities usually a lot easier to find. See, like he would let you build a whole bunch of storage, but long term I think that's a lot harder to find. Plus these are my best characters. So what I'm going to do is run my sheriff up front, because he is hands down the best at helping all of your stats. he makes your characters the strongest and hardest to kill, which is what you usually use the most. And I mean that by you don't have to, you get a brand new character and then you can pretty much power level them. So if they have everything maxed out, they're, you know, every one of your characters will be amazing rather than just having one or two. Oh crap, I know what zone I'm in. So sometimes, yep. Oh. No! That's one thing I wish they'd fix. I always wonder how she moves from the back seat straight over like that too. Can I not refill this? There we go. The house, of course, is going to be right up there. So having a high scout piece. Oh yeah, if you see, she's got the Barrett. I don't use her often. I use her for like juggernaut hunting, but she does have an extremely high noise, which you want everything to be as quiet as possible. But I always keep one. Having one good Barrett in the team usually is usually pretty functional, and I'll show you why. Yeah, so there's a glitch where you can stack items up, which is why I have so many of those bombs. Comes in handy. The whistle mine's probably the same thing for everything else.
It wouldn't take much to turn this place into a nice home.
Since the game has come out, or since the game's come out, it's been patched, so you can't do it anymore. But basically, you can put all these items as like one stack movement. Oh yeah, anytime you're fighting, always use your grab. You use a little bit of stamina, but you're not having to sit there and fight them. What you do is you just charge into them, and then hit them with your melee attack. And what it'll do is it'll either knock them down or take out a leg or something. Try not to sprint everywhere. Oh, I didn't see it. See, I took out his leg.
That Zed's infected. Keep your distance.
Shit. I hate these. Where's he at?
Incoming. From all over.
See, that's the leg sweep.
I need to slow down.
Can't hit him. I wore myself out. Where? Oh. Gotta search the rest of it. So there's a garage and then this little room over here. So check this room out. Go check the garage.
It looks pretty safe.
There we go.
I think we should claim this place and move in.
I like what I'm hearing.
Claim it. Drop the bag off because I'm
And here we are.
out of everything.
The pipes are working and the breaker box is connected. Enjoy your water and power, everyone.
Oh, this is all from the last mission.
Owe your people so much. We brought some supplies as a welcome to our town.
Our first priority has to be gathering materials. We'll need them to improve this place.
We need some eyes out there.
Always take those. Willie Pete comes in really handy. But yeah. And we'll go from here. Probably don't need Willie Pete. He's already running heavy because of the 50 cal. Oh yeah, if you haven't done it, always use these. Get them all used up like the first few minutes of the game. And yeah, y'all enjoy. Good surviving.